welcome back. So, I'm like a nervous little schoolgirl. Shannon keeps checking in on me. I'm sitting around waiting anxiously because, so when we got started with goats, I had a different pickup and had a $100 livestock rack that we had picked up. It was homemade. It was kind of janky, and then I sold that one and found an actual traditional 8-foot livestock rack in the trees when I was working at the co-op. I was out spraying and asked the owner, and we bought that one. So we stepped up again. And so then we got to the point here 2 or 3 years ago where we decided, you know, if we want to travel to shows, because we were still kind of on the edge of commercial. We weren't out of commercial goats yet. And so we were like, you know, if we ever need to move some more animals or something like that, it's time to get a trailer. And I've always pulled goosenecks. We've got 30-foot triple axle goosenecks at home and some stuff like that. And so I've got Class A CDL and everything. And so really, I'm only limited by the size of the truck that I have. And so we were looking for something affordable. We're just single income. And we decided to get into the old Blue Beast. So I want to say, I think this was picked up probably on a farm auction, just a bill of sale here in Nebraska. There wasn't a title with it. It's a I think it's a 1985, so it's got a couple years on me, so it's about 35 years old. And picked it up for right around $1,000. It was basically sold at some people that are in our area go out and buy stuff at auctions and some things like that, and you know, do some basic fixes on it. And it's a place that you're not gonna necessarily, like, some of the stuff they have is nice, but you're not gonna go buy new equipment. You're gonna find basically stuff that you maybe didn't know about that farm sale at. So we picked up our 6 by 20 foot 1985 bullmobile gooseneck. And it's got 5,200 pound axles under it. And, you know, I mean, it's a 35-year-old trailer to haul cattle. Instead of putting a couple $1,000 into axles and then eventually trying to resheet it, you know, some things like that, fix it up for the long haul, we decided, well, we'll sell this one, you know, sell it for a little less than we paid for it, even though we put some little money into it, but that's just the way things work. But a neighbor up the road, I was just so happened to be on Craigslist, and he's got a 2006 featherlite steel trailer. We got to thinking about what we would put into this one and some stuff like that, and so we decided, hey, we're gonna go look at it. All right, next day. So the anticipation mounted. I got a phone call, and we went and got it. So as you saw, I just told you I'm naming it now. It's never had a name. We sold Old Blue, right? So the old trailer's paid for. The guy's coming tomorrow. Today's the 31st. Guy's coming tomorrow to pick it up. And so what I have behind the old farm truck is a 2006 featherlite. I think it's 6'8" wide. Let me check it. It is, let's see, yeah, 6.8 by 24. So we went from a 6 by 20 to a 6 by 0.8. Sorry, just 8. 6.8 by 24. So it is a 2006. Yeah, it's a 2006. So anyway, the nice thing is I'll now be able to drill my holes for my safety chains and put the hooks in, because we finally have a trailer that's new enough to have those, you know, probably mandated. Also got a brake controller, stuff like that. Doesn't have a spare. The spring on the jack doesn't work, you just pull it up, but there's quite a few of them that end up being like that way. But the jack, to my knowledge, still works, because I obviously used it last night. I need to oil the coupler inside. It's pretty dry. You got Jackson out here, but this looks like it's aluminum, but it is in fact a steel trailer. So within the last 5 years, you can see some cow poop here. Within the last 5 years, this trailer was sandblasted and repainted. Got new bearings a couple years ago, or at least repacked. And this side here is actually, it's like decking that they would use in construction. I'm gonna guess like for a second floor or something like that. I don't know if this is the stuff they would put down and then pour concrete on for. I don't remember exactly what he said. The guy we got this for pours foundations for a living, and so, you know, like here on the edge, it's just some aluminum trim just to kind of clean it up a little bit, I'm guessing. So that's just screwed in. So I got a couple screws to put in a couple places. Other than that, you know, I mean, you can see a couple little spots in this. Wow, sorry about the sun. You can see a couple little spots where, you know, it's not perfect, but for what we're doing with goats, it is going to be, you know, once I get it cleaned up, I'll show you inside. I negotiated a few $100 off of it, and I said I'll clean it up, which maybe that was a bad idea. But anyway, the lights work. As you can tell, it's got a silver paint job. I actually called today. I called the decal place to see if I could, I don't know, let's see. I potentially, I'd like to have, now that we've got a trailer that, sorry, I gotta block the wind. Now that we got a trailer that's got a nice big side, I thought it would be cool to have our logo on it. Well, some of the nice aluminum trailers, you know, this 2-foot gap here and around the nose is black. And so I called to see what it would cost with a plain black wrap and then slap our logo on it. Before a logo and without an actual measurement and pictures, it's gonna be like, who knows, $600 to $700. I'm like, ooh, probably not. We're gonna have to wait on that one. But anyway, it would be nice to do that. I don't really want to pay for a logo, a decal, and put it on there and then have to do something different. I guess I could always rattle can that puppy black, but that would kind of defeat the purpose. So other than that, you know, we've got fender, you know, kind of tweaked just a little bit, but no big deal. You know, a couple things like around here, I could caulk those up. Couple little pieces like down here, trim, but those are all just, compared to Old Blue, these are just very minor things. We figured this is a trailer that we're going to be able to use for quite a while. All the lights on the back work. Slider works. I need to oil these springs here. But the bottom one works, so I've actually got that one flipped up. But I just need to clean some of this stuff up. So everything works good. But here's what I need to do. So they did haul cows with this here recently. I gotta check to see where Jackson is. Come here, Jackie. What are you doing? Are you putting pine cones in the pickup? I think he's putting pine cones. We got trees in front of the house. He's putting pine cones in the back of the pickup. So anyway, as you can tell, they used it. So this was my negotiation. Was we took a couple hundred. We took $300 off, and I said, I'll clean it up. So that way he wasn't going to have to scoop this out and try to wash it and stuff like that. So whether right or wrong, I am going to attempt to do that. So anyway, you know, there's just a little bit of base surface rust on some stuff from where it was painted. And so I'm thinking once we pressure wash this down, you know, I can just get some silver paint to touch these areas up. He left some posts and some insulators and stuff up in the neck because they're done with cows. And so the floor holds pretty tight because obviously I've got a pool of cow poop, so I'm gonna have to get my muck boots out. But nope, I just need to basically I just need to go through and lubricate everything. It's just got some surface rust, so wire brush it up, you know, little stuff like this from where it was done before. If it gives me an issue, some bubbling, we can just wire brush that and hit it with a quick coat. But other than, you know, the minute basics, you know, it will sit, it's focusing on Macy, it'll sit higher, you know, a couple of things like this where it's tweaked from bouncing off something. That for our use is so minor, you look right past it, it doesn't matter. Tires are in okay condition, good enough for the little bit we use them for now. Me being anal, I'd love to get a set of matching wheels for it. I think we've got at least 3 different wheels, but no, it's just one of those things. I think this is original. Hey guys, hey, Abby's out. No, yeah, go Abby. Abby. Yeah, we gotta go get the dog. All right, now we chase the dog. So, I think my center gate, so it's 24 foot with 1 gate. I'll have to look to see how it all works. I'm not so sure that one of the little feet underneath this one isn't loose. I know it slides, but I'll have to double check that. But I'm going to pull this down. I don't know. I was going to do it by our manure pile. Maybe I'll still do that. But I need to back this over by the manure pile, get my muck boots, get a shovel, and start scraping. And then ultimately, I'm going to want to pressure wash it out, get it as clean as possible. I think, I'm not trying to badger the cow guys, because I just watched, oh, why can't I think of his name? I just watched How Farms Work. They just got a new trailer. It's basically the same trailer as this, except for it's a S&S or something, made in Iowa, maybe? Something like that. Whatever he just said, he just posted a video. But with cows, they poop like this. If I had this much goat poop in it, holy smokes, right? Like, this could just be from hauling a couple loads of cows. My goats don't do this much damage in a trailer. So I think for us, a steel trailer would last so much longer than what it would for a cow guy. So if we were ever able to upgrade even just to a newer steel trailer someday or something, I think that, you know, if we spent 12 or 13,000 on a trailer like he did, a new steel, it would be infinitely timeless for us, as long as we kept salt washed off of it. So anyway, I'm gonna get it over to the pile and see what we can do and start scooping. So, my phone died yesterday. I had it on a power pack and it's really loose and it came unplugged. But anyway, I got it scraped out and got a couple different buddies that had pressure washers. My buddy Chandler's got a gas one, and my other buddy Cameron lives up the road. He came over to get some goat feed and he's got an electric one. And so we're just going to try that one. I told him, I said, I'll trade you some use of your pressure washer for a bag of feed. Hold on, Wyatt. Anyway, so as you can see, I think it's been a while since it's been cleaned up. We got caked on poo everywhere. We are probably, with our goats, I'm probably going to put some like rubber seal on here just to block the wind in a couple places on this door. Also, these gaps in this tin. I'm going to see what caulking or something is good. I don't want it to hold moisture and rust that, but I also or if I can find a good piece of aluminum trim. See, this trim that was put on here doesn't really fit the bill. And actually I wonder, well, no, I can't flip it because I couldn't get a screw in it. Anyway, or if I could find a different piece of trim for that would be good. But anyway, so what we're gonna do now is, you can see the bottom, you know, just from it not being cleaned out with the cows, even with the new steel. Got a couple holes, but I think what we may end up doing, getting this clean, and then this summer in between shows, I'll come in and I'll wire wheel this and see how good it is. And I'll try to prime it, paint it up real good. And then I'll have somebody, you know, at some point, maybe we'll come in and sheet this on the inside. So just a thought. And I've seen some people take, you know, like the yard signs that you'll stick out, they've got just the little wire cage thing, the little wire H in them. I've seen somebody online, maybe I'll grab the link, maybe I can find it. I don't know if I saved it, but they actually ordered some of that from a sign shop and made a rail, or like an insert. I mean, it didn't let light in, but at least it was pretty affordable, within 100, 200 bucks, something like that. So I don't know, that's an idea, because it is a big open cattle trailer and it's chilly tonight, so it'd be nice to have something sealed up. So anyway, I'm gonna get this washed out. What I'm doing is I'm pre-wetting all the manure that's been caked up. These sheets over the fenders, we're going to want to replace those too. Kind of loose and rusted at the bottom, but hey, overall structure of the trailer, we can come in and do this stuff for a couple $100 versus investing 3, 4, 5,000 on one shot. So we're starting with something a little more long term this time. So anyway, I'm gonna get this washed up. We'll get the pressure washer hooked up after I get this kind of pre-soaked. Get this washed out and give you a little before and after. One thing though, and I'm guessing this is just a cow, but this has come off. So if you pick it up, see those are tack welded. If you pick it up, you can't get them on. So I think what I have to do is I'm probably gonna have to bend those and then get it set back in, and then come in from underneath, I'm guessing, and bend them back. I mean, it slides beautifully, but I need to get that back on there because that's not going to do me a whole lot of good like that. So I'll see if I can bend those and get that started, because I can't pick it up and set it in like this and hook it and flip it over because it doesn't fit. So I don't know, maybe I'm just a ding dong and don't know how to do it, but to me it's got stops on both sides. So anyway, well, I will check in with you here in a little bit once we get it pre-soaked and see what kind of trailer we got here on the inside. This is, sorry, I don't know. This is kind of what we're looking at. Sorry, we've got too much sun coming. So this is kind of what we've got here. And then here's the other door. So here's the sliding part. So, man, I'm sorry guys, this is too bright coming in through here, but maybe this is a little easier. Use the regular camera. So this is, this is kind of wore off. I pressure washed this pretty good. I might hit it again. It's got a little bit of stuff on it yet. May have to soak it. Down there it's just rusty from, like even here they repaired it and it just sat with manure too long. In a lot of these spots there, it looks like they have a piece of angle iron they kind of put over. But we're getting cleaned up. The floor looks like a floor again. It's dirty back there. You would have never guessed it. And this thing is put in so tight it holds water. Compared to our other one, that's crazy. So another little spot here, but as you can see, now you can see the difference. So I'm gonna finish getting it cleaned up. Maybe I'll come in and hit this again. I don't know if I'm gonna scrub it, but it may help if I get it clean. I may hit it with just another quick coat of paint. And I think what I'm gonna do, Rust-Oleum, it's just gonna be easier. I can get a different product, but Rust-Oleum carries some rust inhibitor products, and I may get 2 or 3 cans of that and spray it down here if I can find it, just to kind of help stop what we've got going on. just to seal it up. I mean, it may end up just rusting underneath the paint and not helping a whole lot, but at least maybe I'd try a little bit. I don't know.
Hey, Daddy.
I don't know if I'm gonna go to the extent of wire brushing that down and stuff, but we may use some of that. So we're gonna spend the afternoon doing this. Okay, well, we're getting there. So I got to doing some looking, and I'm wondering, since we're located just near Lincoln, Nebraska, Van Sickle Paints, which makes like tractor paint, spray cans, gallons, all that good stuff. They make a premium enamel, and stores like Orscheln's carry it. And just knowing where this guy lived up the road from me, it makes me wonder if they didn't use the aluminum gray paint on this trailer, since it from a distance looks aluminum. But as you can see, we're just using cold water. It's just kind of rough. I'm sure it's probably had cow poop stuck to it for probably 3 or 4 years, because I can't say that most cow guys probably clean them out like this. But anyway, like I said, I may pick up a spray can or two of that aluminum and just spray this and see maybe a can of their self-etching gray primer. Like I said, I want to get something for down here. You know, see, they welded something in there. Maybe a piece of angle iron or something. Looks a little crunchy. Or see, have a gap. Maybe what they did is they welded square tubing in there. That could have been it too. But anyway, we're getting her cleaned up. And if we can get it cleaned up and get some rust to slow down, I think we'll be in good shape. The floor, yeah, she's still a little dirty. It's a little rough, obviously, from use. And so, unless you had, I would say if I was still at the co-op and I could go over on a Sunday and use the big pressure washer with heat, if I still worked there, I could get this real clean. I think that's what I'm lacking, is either a bunch of elbow grease or heat. Heat would obviously help this, but you can see a difference in what we're working with. So I'm almost there. Okay, I think outside of cleaning the nose out, I think we're gonna call it quits on washing. So this is really good to do, because now we truly know what kind of trailer we got. So like I said, we got this for what we felt was a very good price. It's got a pretty good amount of the work done already. That's where we're at for now. So I would imagine the next time you'll see this trailer, is with goats loaded in it, to head to Afton, Iowa. So about a 2.5 hour drive. So we will see you guys in this trailer in 7 days.